So what's up people and welcome to the chapter 59 discussion of Kaiju 8号 or Monster number 8. So chapter 59 came out a few days ago, and as always I will leave a link to this chapter that's currently being shown on the publisher's official website, Manga Plus, for free to the North American audience. So if you're interested, I will go take a look at it before they pull this chapter back. Okay, so before I talk about chapter 59, I wanted to mention a few things that have been coming around in the grapevine. First of all, it seems that the printed comics of Kaiju number 8, rather than Monster number 8, has been selling quite well globally, and there has been over 1 million volumes sold worldwide for just the first 2 volumes alone. And due to its success, there is now rumors that Toho Studios is in negotiations with the author for the release of an anime series. Now, this is still very preliminary, and I do not know how valid that rumor is. But considering how well the comic is selling, and it's going in the same manner as Spy Family's success, and Spy Family is about to release its anime, then I could imagine that Toho Studios would be interested in taking Kaiju number 8 and turning it into an anime. Now, I don't think it will be released soon. I think it will be at least a year before it even does release, if at all. And that's because they are still in negotiations from what I hear, but also we are still only in chapter 59. Typically, you would like to see about 100 chapters before the anime gets released because the anime always moves faster than the comics, and you don't want to end up where the anime has caught up to the manga and has nothing left to show. And so I would think that they would want a little bit more runway with the comic before they create this anime. But it is an interesting rumor, and I hope it's true. And I will be looking forward to seeing an animated version of Kaiju number 8 in the future. Now, with regards to chapter 59, this is in continuation with chapter 58. If you recall, in chapter 58, we found out that Leno Ishikawa was the most compatible soldier to receive Monster number 6's powers. And chapter 59 continues with that, where first we see a flashback of Hikari Shinomiya, Kikoru's mother, facing off against Monster number 6. And this is a pretty cool image. And Monster number 6 seems like a really formidable looking monster. It kind of has that look of Godzilla and King Ghidorah put together. And it has a really menacing looking image. And so you can imagine that whatever powers Monster number 6 had was really formidable, considering that it took Hikari's life to defeat it. And now we are introduced to Leno Ishikawa's new commander, Commander Juo Ogata. And Commander Juo Ogata seems to be a very interesting commander. If Commander Mina was the cool and collected type, and Commander Narumi was the hot-tempered type, then it seems like Commander Juo is the down-to-earth, concerned type. And he becomes very much concerned over the fact that the JDF has chosen a rookie like Leno to be the one that receives Monster number 6's powers. And the reason for this is what we find out in this chapter is, despite the fact that whoever receives these monster powers receives a tremendous power up in their capability, it really taxes their body when they try to utilize that power. And so Commander Juo has mentioned that many of the previous JDF soldiers have sacrificed their lives trying to combine with many of these monster capabilities, and considering Monster number 6 was the most powerful monster out of all of the numbered monsters, he was extremely concerned with Leno receiving its capabilities. And so he tells Leno privately that he should decline the offer, but Leno also understands what's coming, that things are going to become extremely difficult if Monster number 9 does bring his new horde of really powerful monsters. And he knows that Kafka is doing whatever possible to power up to take on these monsters, and he's going to need as much help as possible. And because of that, Leno decides that he will try to become compatible with Monster number 6's powers. And so Chapter 59 goes into the initial attempt to fuse Leno with Monster number 6's capabilities. And the moment he fuses, there's this tremendous image of Monster number 6's formidable presence appearing in Leno's psyche. And he gets overwhelmed by its presence. And this is a pretty impressive image. What this reminds me of very much is the very first time Naruto went into his psyche to confront the nine-tailed fox, Kyuubi, and the seriously overwhelming presence that that creature had on its host. And of course, in this situation, Monster number 6 is so overwhelming that Leno passes out. And when he comes to, he finds out that he almost kind of sacrificed himself even with the first attempt. And once again, Commander Juno states that this is not going well and that Leno should stop trying to fuse with Monster number 6. However, Leno being Leno is persistent and says that it is necessary for everyone to power up, and he will continue to do whatever he can to be able to combine with Monster number 6's powers. Now, as worried as Commander Juo is, he is impressed with Leno's courage, and so to accommodate him, Commander Juo has stated that he will watch how well Leno will be able to grow in capability over this next few months of training. And if after a month he looks like he is ready to be able to take on Monster number 6's capability, then he will give a okay to do so. And so it'll be interesting to see. Now we're starting to see, besides Kikoru's training, Kafka's training, and eventually Vice Commander Hoshina's fusing with Monster number 10, the training of Leno to eventually be able to attain Monster number 6's powers. And you know that he's eventually going to be able to do that. What will be the question is how it will happen. And so it will be interesting to see how the future chapters go. And once chapter 60 comes out, I'll bring out another video. But that was chapter 59's discussion of Monster number 8, or Kaiju number 8. Thank you very much for listening, and until the next episode, happy comic reading, and as always, Jaya, nice day, everyone.